Today we set ourselves one of the toughest challenges that we have ever done in our lives. We may not be the fittest, the most organised or the most experienced people out there, but it wasn't going to stop us from pushing ourselves so far out of our comfort zone that it ended in practically near tears. I think we've got another kilometre and a half.
I'm going to do it all again tomorrow.
I'm so proud of you, honestly.
In this week's video, we say goodbye to our home on wheels and set off on foot, trekking 44 kilometres across some of Scotland's most treacherous terrain. Our sights firmly set on the most famous bothy in Scotland, the Cairngorms Bothy. This is what happened.
Good morning. So today we're going to be attempting something that is very, very exciting. It's a little bit scary and it is definitely going to be pushing us out of our comfort zones. First things first, however, we need to get a coffee and some breakfast. It is a little bit discerning, however, how low those clouds are. Given it in just 2 hours we're going to be trekking above that altitude, so we need to cross our fingers that the sun is going to burn that away, otherwise this trip is going to be an absolute no-go. Here we go, baby. Good morning.
Good morning.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And so yeah, to address the, I guess the elephant in the room, guys, yeah, we're not in Ellie. We're actually in my parents' caravan up in Aviemore. Ellie's just behind us. We've decided to take a little break from her, enjoy the luxury of having plugged in electrics, not having to worry about the water or dumping the toilet supply, and just get caught up on work basically before we head off on our next adventure. And first things first, I am absolutely starving. We have a long day ahead. What are we having for breakfast?
We are having a big peel up this morning. So I'm like really excited for this hike, and we actually realised that as much as we've done loads of wild camping together, this is the first time that we've actually combined hiking and wild camping together. So it's going to be a real test on the relationship.
We could be coming back from this hike, guys, as two single people because Gemma's just decided that she can't be bothered putting up with me straight solid hiking for 2 straight days, so it might just be our last video, guys. And of course, no good Scottish breakfast could be complete without tatty scones. These are actually called potato cakes because Tesco didn't sell any potato scones when we went there, but they'll do the job because they are life-changing. They're so tasty. Oh, that was delicious. Exactly what we needed. Right, so now is probably actually a good time to discuss what our plans are going to be. Now these have been plans in the making for the past couple of days now. It started off, we thought we need to get out, enjoy this last week of summer here in Aviemore because the weather has just been absolutely blinding. And it started off as just like a day trek, we're going to hike somewhere, and then we thought, you know what, let's push yourself a little bit. Let's take the tent and let's camp up overnight because we've been training really hard this past couple of weeks and the past month.
Running up a hill just out there. We've done it twice now, so all of a sudden we're experts.
The next step, the next logical step is to hike 30 kilometres. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to be hiking through Aviemore, the absolute beauty of possibly one of the most famous bothies in Scotland, the Cairngorms Bothy. So we're going to attempt to hike from Aviemore all the way out to the Cairngorms Bothy. A total, I think, about 25 or 26 kilometres.
It's going to be a really long hike and we're a little bit nervous for the pain in our feet. But the beauty of having a tent with us means that if we don't make it to the bothy, we get a little bit tired, our feet get a little bit sore, we can just pitch up and pitch the tent and
take a rest there and turn back instead. Unfortunately, we didn't bring our big bags, so we've only got one small bag and one camera bag, and we need to try and cram as much into that as possible. Honestly though, guys, if you have actually made it this far and you like the setup of that bag, smash that like button because this might just be the last video you ever see. And we're off, guys. This is very exciting. I can't believe it's taken us 8 years to finally actually do this. I guess it's just actually having the time of doing this full time now. We can dedicate ourselves to a bit more to it and just being in the right place at the right time.
Scotland is a very dangerous place for this kind of thing if the weather's not right, so
you need to really keep a close eye. The Cairngorms are looking absolute crystal clear just now. And that just up there is where we're going to be heading up and over. Okay, so we're finally off the pure busy road that leads to Aviemore, and we're finally onto the official route of the Lairig Ghru, which is a path that goes from here all the way through to Braemar. I think it's possibly about 30 miles long in total, I'm not entirely sure.
So we mentioned earlier the app we use, which is called All Trails. Now we also use this alongside using a map and a compass. It's just for like a bit of extra support.
It's a good backup.
But yeah, this app is absolutely fantastic. We can highly recommend it if you enjoy like the outdoors. If you pay for the subscription, you even get the added benefit of it alerting your emergency contacts of your GPS location, and it can also alert them if you've not got home by the time that you're expecting to get home by, so that emergency services can be called.
Yeah, so you let them know kind of what route you're going to be doing, and then therefore if you don't come back in time, they'll know where to look for you. So it's very, very good. This isn't sponsored, by the way, we just love the app. So I feel like here is as good a place as any just to top up our water.
Yep, we've already managed to get through pretty much both our bottles.
Because it's about 20 degrees today, guys, it's absolutely boiling, but luckily we've got our water bottles, and as we mentioned earlier, they've got water filters in them because we use water bottles from Water to Go. We've actually been partnered with them for a good long time, and we just love using our products because the filter itself is recyclable, the plastic and the actual carbon filter component is compostable, so it's really environmentally friendly, and they do good initiatives all around the world. So if you want to get your own bottle like ours, make sure you check the link in the description box below because we just love promoting them.
And you get a little discount code.
Yep, 15% off as well. Now shows your sexy modelling of filling up the water bottle without falling over.
I was going to say, I don't know how well this is going to go.
Don't need to do it. My bag's a bit lighter. You're probably thinking it would be easier to just take my bag off when I'm doing this, but I honestly cannot face the pain of putting it back on again. If you're used to your long treks, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And so they always say that when you're doing kind of long hikes like this, there's different stages along the way of how you're going to feel. It started off as being elated. We're so excited to hit the road. This is amazing. We've not done this in ages. We just hit stage 2, which is regret. What the hell did I sign myself up for?
Sore feet.
How am I going to do this? We are way out of our depth. I don't actually know what the next stage is, but we'll keep you updated as to that. And so this is the last chance to turn back. We either head back to Aviemore or we do the Lairig Ghru. Let's go. This is where the fun begins. And so guys, another quick update. We're about 2 hours and 10 minutes in, and to be honest with you, the way I'm feeling just now, I'm absolutely up for cracking on. I'm feeling so fit, I'm feeling so happy, and I guess I'm past that stage of regret. We're on to the third stage now, hunger, which is I'm looking forward to my lunch. So we're going to stop up just there at the turn off to Charlemagne Pass, refuel, reset, and then crack on for the second half of today's walk. And that right there is a good representation of how far we have climbed up, because that was a river we crossed over, wasn't it?
And I have to say, it's like been quite steady. Like, I don't feel like it's been too intense. Hot.
Hot, very hot.
Very hot.
I can only imagine how disgusting I look at the moment. But anytime we stop, the midges descend on us. Wow, that is a stunning view. Check this out. And that view is just stunning, man.
It is.
How good is it? That's where we came from.
Far walk.
And even better on that side. But just what an absolutely beautiful part of the world. I simply love it here. Just the heather and the landscape at this time of year is just so beautiful. It's proper purple and just so colourful, usually compared to like the autumn spring colours in winter where it's just brown, but it's just so colourful, so many different shades.
Oofed.
Sweaty.
Yeah, my back is so sore.
Oh bless
So
you, baby.
sore.
I mean, we've done 15 kilometres now. We've only stopped for lunch. We've pretty much just cracked on the rest of the time, so we're going to have a wee stop, have a snack. I think we've got another 1.5 kilometres of incline, and then it's just downhill into the next glen where our home awaits for tonight. You're going to do your yoga?
Yeah, I just need to... Oh.
Bless you. How long have you had that on for? You've had that on for about 2 hours now. No wonder.
Without stopping.
As the kilometres stretched on and on, our minds began to cast serious doubt on our abilities to complete this monumental challenge that we had set for ourselves. Nothing could have prepared us for the level of physical and mental exhaustion that this hike was beginning to put us through. So taxing was this route, in fact, that the landscape began to give us stark reminders of the dangers that this part of the world has in store for those who venture into the hills unprepared. And here she is! What we've hiked. Oh no wait, it was 26 kilometres, wasn't it? And we've only done 16. Okay, we've got another, that's not it. It does actually, on a serious note, this shows you what kind of environment you're going to be fighting with here in the Cairngorms. But that right there is a storm shelter that people have built, and it's basically, if you're caught in this kind of glen in a blizzard or something, that will be the only reason that you survive. Because you can tuck down into that, build your bivvy around it and just wait out the storm. It looks gorgeous today, but it is not like this every day, I can promise you that.
I can't imagine like it being that bad that you would need to do that. It's quite scary.
Ah, Gemma Spence, you saucy little number. Are you telling me we've reached the top?
Have we?
It looks like it. It's all downhill from here, look at that.
Oh!
So it's just down that glen there, and that big pointy mountain way in the distance is basically at the base of that, so that's where we're going.
Okay, well at least.
That's the Devil's Peak. And also I realised that we hit the next stage of hiking, and that is of course disappointment. It wasn't the Pools of Dee that we passed earlier on. I can just see the Pools of Dee in the distance now, so it's 6.5 kilometres from there. Great. And the Pools of Dee.
I just want to jump right in that.
I know, that looks absolutely delightful. If only we hadn't already given it Billy Big Balls about getting all the way to that bothy, I would be so tempted to just pitch the tent there and call it quits. Swim around in that until the sun sets.
Delightful.
We've got to get to this bothy. We're doing it for you guys. You're welcome. How good does that look?
Oh, so nice. But we can't exactly get our kit off here in the middle of the day because
yeah, we're gonna have hikers
there's
coming past.
There's gonna be people walking past.
That is gorgeous, man.
That is amazing.
It's like proper reflecting green because of like all the grass, I'm guessing, on either side of it. It's just like reflecting off the surface of the water. It's just so peaceful. I would say if you're trekking up this way, if you don't want to push onto the bothy, maybe just come and camp on the edge of it here, because if there's a slight breeze like there is just now, the midges won't be a problem, and it is breathtakingly beautiful here. The final phase of the hike stretched out before us along the floor of the glen, shadowed by the towering shoulder of the giants that dwell here in the Cairngorms Mountains. Exhausted, beaten, and with the end still not in sight, we were close to breaking point. What's up?
Oh, I just don't know how I'm going to do it all again tomorrow. My feet are so sore.
You can do it.
2 kilometres.
I know, you've been absolutely smashing it, baby. Yeah, I'm so proud of you, honestly. We're nearly there. Come on, let's do it together. Come on. Gemma Spence, I think that could be it. I think it could be.
Oh my god. This is like a roller coaster of emotions.
Oh my god.
Ah.
Come on. It's a final push.
Do you know,
I can't even hold the camera up, my shoulders are so sore.
I'm not emotionally ready for this.
I know, we just saw it coming up over the horizon and it's just hit us like an absolute wall, man.
I know.
I'm gonna start crying.
I know.
I think we're just gonna go pitch up down there and then we'll just head over in the morning. Come to me!
Get this on me!
Oh, well done.
Oh,
high five.
well done.
Oh god. Just as the sun is peaking top of that mountain, we treated to a spectacular view though. We settled in for the night, making the most of the solitude that this part of the world grants those brave enough to come. Reflecting on the challenge that we had just completed, we could not help but feel, in spite of all the aches, pains and tired muscles, optimistic for what the next day had in store for us. And just look at that beautiful view that we're admiring this morning. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Do not let it fool you though. It is blimmin' freezing.
It is.
We thought it was going to be the middle of summer. Check the neck of our sleeping bags. They're wee summer ones that we slept in when we were travelling around Europe a couple of years ago, and it was a heat wave, 35 degrees in Amsterdam. We slept in these. Last night they didn't really do the trick.
No.
I've got...
So cold. I think we saw every single hour on the clock.
I slept for about 4 hours until about 2 AM, and then 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock I woke up every single hour just trying to get comfortable. I could not wait to get on the road, just so I was actually moving and heating up and I could have a coffee. And also I just wanted to announce the channel accomplishment. If you've been following us for a while now, you'll know that what a massive milestone this is. I think I can actually finish this channel and we can start a new one. But Gemma is drinking a coffee. What's that about?
I will literally inhale anything that is warm right now. And this is actually alright.
Yeah.
It doesn't really taste very much like coffee.
We instant sachets that come with like the powdered milk and all that as well. Gemma forgot her tea bags, she didn't pack them, and we need to get hot stuff into us, so I had to sacrifice my second coffee of the day. And Gemma's having it instead and enjoying it.
And also the fact that I didn't really have any sleep last night.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that this will just like make me fly home or something.
Gemma's
I'm not
gonna
really used to the caffeine.
It'll be like Popeye with a can. Gemma's gonna carry me home, I think. The plan of attack, we're gonna sit, enjoy these. We're not gonna go over and check the bothy out because we realised this morning like we can't exactly go bouncing in at 7 o'clock in the morning and be like, yo, we're just gonna do a video tour of it. So yeah, that's not for this week's video, unfortunately. We did get to see it, however. We'll get some photos of it.
Does this mean that we need to do this hike again?
It does indeed actually, yeah, good point. Stay tuned for the next time we hate our lives doing this hike. Yeah, we're just going to admire the view, pack the tent away, and then hit the road as soon as possible and start trudging out those miles because we've got 23 kilometres until we can get to a nice cosy bed. I'm
so excited. I am going to pass out in that bed tonight. And I can't wait.
I know, it's going to be amazing.
I think finding veggie black pudding and veggie square sausage has been literally the best find of our life. And we are so buzzing that we've done this hike and we're able to treat ourselves. One good way to fill up on calories for, what, 23 kilometres ahead of us.
And we're off. 23 kilometres, here we go. How are you feeling?
Good.
Yeah?
I'm feeling buzzing actually this morning. Sore shoulders and sore feet, but yeah.
It is honestly amazing the difference that a good, well, not a good night's sleep, but just a rest, like a night's rest, it does to you.
Yeah. Because
I feel ready for today again. And so, in spite of all the odds, all of our self-doubt, exhausted bodies and weary feet, we had done it. The longest hike that we had ever completed as a couple was now one for our book of adventures, telling a tale of courage, fortitude, and the quiet admiration of the beauty of our home country. Although we were sad to not have experienced Currawer Bothy in person, we knew that this would not be our last adventure to either this or any other remote and mystical Highland bothy. We had well and truly caught the bothy bug, and were already planning the next great adventure. Oh, there she is, the pub. Oh, you're gonna start crying again.
I feel like this is just a roller coaster. Once I sit down, I don't know how I'm gonna get home.
What a journey, man. Honestly, this is gonna be the sweetest pint. Oh, and here she comes. Come to me. That is absolutely unreal.
Oh my goodness. What? That looks so good.
Be right back. I've got a bottle of it.
Oh no. Yeah, you got everything?
I think so. Oh my god.
This is too exciting.
This has been a sunburn and a half, that is. This has been an absolutely incredible adventure. We have a carb feast right here waiting for us. We're going to get stuck into that. But if you want to see more adventures like this, give that a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so that you can see next week's video straight into your inbox. It will notify you when we post a new video.
We are hoping to do more of these, as much as we did find it hard. Definitely the ones on the cards.
It was a challenge. Tomorrow I'm going to wake up hungry for the next one. And yeah, we hope to see you guys along on that trip as well. So we'll see you guys again in the next one.
See ya!
And so guys, it's the day after the hike. I've woken up and my feet are in bits. I cannot believe how much pain I'm actually in, but I think I might have just realised why. Check the actual nick of my hiking boots. That is what I walked 43 kilometres on. It gets worse, believe me. This is my left foot, completely destroyed. If you've watched this far and you own a hiking boots company, feel free to sponsor this video or next week's video, because I am desperately needing new hiking boots.
Ah! Don't sit down there.
Oh dear. Got a pine cone up your bum.
That is literally just noodles. Okay. Maybe this isn't a good place to start.
And so we just realised that our watches are sitting at 15%. We still have 12 kilometres to walk, and if our watches die, this is all for nothing. I mean, if you've got a smartwatch, you'll know you'll feel our pain. It doesn't count unless your watch records it. So I think that just means we're going to need to speed run the rest of the trip. Come on, we're running out of time. 11 kilometres left. We could smash that out as a jog, no bother. Destroyed the mushroom.
Oh no.
Oh no. I don't know if that's poisonous or... I don't know my mushrooms, guys. Even though I'm a very fun guy. Couldn't resist that one. That was a good one. The other camera that I was using, the big one, just ran out of memory space. So I switched to the backup camera. It's a little bit lower quality, but that just shows you what an epic adventure this has been so far. The fact that I've filled up 128 gigabytes worth of footage. Hands up if you want to sort through that footage.